This is my plant. Oh, you're live on YouTube too. Oh, wow. It went live. What's good with y'all? I miss y'all. What they do? TikTok, what's good with you? Facebook family and friends, I'm back, baby. What they do over here in YouTube world? What's up, YouTube? I missed my plant. I'm gonna have my plant right there right now. Yeah. YouTube side, I can see my plant right there. You can be sitting right there. It's all good this morning. Just have to rock with y'all just like how we are. We already know that there's no perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? There's no perfect, as far as I'm concerned, anything. Nothing is perfect. Every time that we move, we gotta move that understanding. Because nothing is perfect. None of us are perfect. Nobody in the whole world. You know what I said? World, not the world. You know, like I pronounce my RL. You feel me? But at the same time, anybody in the world perfect out here in these streets. All of us got some flaws, failures, and some frailties. Did you hear me? I say each and every one of us have some flaws, failures, some frailties, and some flaws, failures, and all that else in the top. Double D, what's good with you? Thank you for joining over here on TikTok. What y'all do? I miss y'all. Y'all know it. Listen, it's a pleasure to be here this morning with y'all. I have, you know, saying been, you know, saying minorly to a certain degree traveling to get things done, take care of business, you know, saying move quickly. Y'all know periodically we all gonna have to move and flow. We're gonna all have to have a flow state of mind. You know what I'm saying? A flow state of conscientiousness, a flow state of understanding, flow, or just being in a flow state, right? And so it's all good to be right here where I am. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Thank y'all for coming in to the Hourglass Era, where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 12 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick D. Davis Sr., the thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Ooh, that just rings true. That just rings true in my spirit right now. What they do, the kid, the queen, the queen. Jim, what's good with your brown eyes? Come on in. Haven't sent, oh, thank you. Haven't sent gifts in a while, Brian. Thank you for the gifts. Y'all see, they show me so much love over here on TikTok. People got the little roses, the little flowers, and the little heart slots. Thank you. Thank you, brown eyes. 191. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Y'all know I come in, I sit down at least for an hour. My thoughts, my curriculum, my understanding, my movement. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, want to sit here and chop it up with y'all. I miss y'all so much. Thank you so much for sending Laverne Clay. Nurse Fee, nurse underscore Fee. How y'all doing? Marina Mate. What happened for you, my friend? I tell you what, I don't tell you again. What happened? Compadre, what happened? Hey, look, y'all know I'm from the bottom. Hey, look, well, I sound just like one of my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Yeah, I got my Hispanic brothers and sisters come on in here too. At Born, at Blessed. Let's go. Thank you for joining in, Nurse P. Oh, thank you for the roses, Nurse P. What happened for you, my friend? Compadre. But anyway, you know, it's a beautiful thing to be here this morning. Like y'all know, I always come, I always sit back, I always, you know, chop it up, I always give y'all an hour of my thoughts and my understanding, my life career. Sometimes I feel as though I had to live 57 years of life, right? Thank you, Nurse underscore P. Thank you for all the likes in the heart. Thank you. Y'all always make my heart feel good when y'all do that on TikTok. But y'all know as I move to this thing called life's curriculum, right? We all have a curriculum of life that we must live, right? We gotta live. No one can live it for you. So at the same time, you're your own fingerprint, you're your own thumbprint. You're the only individual that has the capacity to do it your way, right? So since we already know that we're individuals are, of an individualized status, right? I'm just here to let you know that at the same time, we're gonna have to, I had to live 57 years of curriculum of life just to have a 57-minute conversation with a person that's about to take their life, or a person that just needs to hear an encouraging word or an inspirational song, or just something organic. That's something that will uplift and encourage them to become better, right? Become a better resource, to become a better source for themselves, become an intimate source for individuals that tap into their presence for whatever reason. You just might be passing along in the escalator or the elevator as you moving up from one floor to the next floor. You might just be in the elevator with somebody that might need you to say something to, right? But you got to be attentively aware. You're going to have to be cognitively aware of the assignment. Just because you enter that business to go take care of your business, you don't know if the creative or something that will enhance or inspire that might be going through. You feel me? Right? You might want to be used as people to that fact. You got to have full awareness when you walking in your assignment, what it is that you got to be doing. I ain't talking about that assignment that you got to have your collar on every day, walking with your that big black book and moving around like that. I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the mere fact of you walking in your internal being of essence and organic aura. That every time you walk, it's an organic aura that's in the atmosphere that you exude before you even step into the atmosphere. You exuding an aura. You are exuding something that people are watching, or people are paying attention to, or people are understanding that you're moving a certain direction, a certain way. And so at the same time, y'all know I came in here right quick to say something to the mind. I wouldn't be Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, if I didn't say something to the mind of the people that will cause them to have the mindset shift that's necessary. It's actually necessary to have the mindset shifting mechanism within yourself in order to move differently. You got to have that within yourself. You feel me? You got to have that type of stuff within yourself, sir. Amen. A queens in the earth, a kings in the earth. You got to have a certain aura or a certain disposition within yourself that when you move throughout the land, which the God, which our Creator has given us to move at a certain pace or a certain frequency or a certain vibration or a certain aura or a certain understanding or a certain comprehension or a certain, I gotta keep going. So at the same time, when you walk in this awareness, right, when you walk in this cognitive ability of who you are, you're gonna walk different, you're gonna speak different, you're gonna see things differently. You're gonna pay attention to stuff that might go over other folks' head. You're gonna see it. Guess why you're gonna see it? Because you are a chosen one. Ooh, that's it right there, sir. You are a chosen one. And so at the same time, somebody write chosen in the comments. Understand the assignment. When you understand the assignment that's upon your life, and when you agree with the assignment that's upon my life, then we might have an intertwining that might be happening from an intertwining. We might just be, what I might call quantumly entangled. There might just be a quantum entanglement that we have. If you can say chosen, or just write chosen on the screen to identify that you are one. You're going to see things differently, sir. You're going to observe this world from the outside perspective, looking down in on it. That's the only position that we have in the earth at this moment, is to stand outside of it all and then look down in on it. The world moves according to how it's moving. You in the world, but you're not of it. You feel me? You in this world, but you're not paying so much attention to it that you're being overwhelmed by it. You can actually make an assessment and evaluation standing outside of it all, looking down in on it, saying, "Oh man, some of this stuff ain't right. Some of this stuff might not be right. Some of this stuff don't even feel right." It don't even feel right in my internal being. There's something about this stuff don't feel right in my spirit. You should say that, sir, and be okay with yourself as far as moving in that direction. It just don't feel right. Unlock live access. Come on, how can I unlock some live access? Oh man, I gotta share it and all this. Congratulations, you're unlocking TikTok access. If you can scroll, you can stream. Try going live today. Click here to go live. Let's see if I click here and go live. I can't do that right now, huh? Nope, I can't do that right now. Y'all better be glad. Hey, TikTok, I'll do it in y'all face. Hey, TikTok, I'll go live and I unlock the live access in y'all face. I'll just play. Hey, look, I promise you I will. Mocha Mill. What's up, Mocha Mill? How you doing? Mocha Mill. What's up? Okay. What's up with you? Barnum. I remember that Barnum in the Daily Circus. I remember that Bottom. You got to get to the bottom. Okay. What's up with y'all? Devin Gorman. How y'all doing this morning, this evening, this afternoon? Whenever opportunity you get a chance to see me. I did come into a work. And I did come to deliver a word. And this word that the creator of all things spoke to me said he didn't release me from yesterday's session. I was on my way up to go take care of business. Now that I'm back in my space, I can tell you that this word on all three platforms, TikTok, Facebook, and my YouTube family. I can tell y'all that the creative of all things said, find somebody. Here I said, he said, tell him I said to find somebody to give something to. I know that might be easily mistaken, and you just like look over like, why would you mean find somebody to give something? I believe that when you I believe that you are intentionally looking for somebody to bless. And sometimes it might be hard, but yet it is. That you can find somebody that you want to bless, right? Like I told the mind of the people on yesterday that the creator, as soon as he said that to me, I looked down and seen 4 loose $1 bills in my little ashtray thing. I don't know. It was seconds or minutes later. I looked up and I came to a stop on the hill, getting ready to make a right turn onto the street by which I was on. And here come this man coming down the street in between the cars, 3 rows of cars. He's coming down on 2 crutches with 1 leg. He had 2 crutches on each one of his arms, but he only had 1 leg. And the pants that was with the leg that was amputated, he had it folded all the way under and hit to the back of the jeans. You could see that he only had 1 leg. So at the same time, of course, y'all know me with my altruistic environment. The creator say, find 4 people to give $1 to. Each one of those dollars don't make it back into the house with them $4 bills. Make sure you find somebody to give something to. So at the same time, I went on my little intentional little instructions. He said, find somebody to give something to. Just find a person to give those 4 $1 bills to. Find 4 people. So I got it done. I can go back to the live on yesterday where I told the story, but I got it done. And so I believe that obedience is better than sacrifice. And when you hear something in your spirit and the creator of all things is trying to get you to understand or comprehend, maybe I should have had this on tape. Maybe I should have been screen recording this right here on TikTok. I forgive. Maybe I should be screen recording this on TikTok so I can run this one back on TikTok. I ain't do it, so I'm wrong. I'll be all right. Tabitha, happy day. How you doing? Come on into the assignment. But the creator of all things told me to tell the mind of the people both on all three of my platforms, TikTok family, my my Facebook family and friends, and my YouTube family. He said, tell the mind of the people to find somebody to give something to. Find a person. Find somebody that's in need and needs your help and find them. Look, it ain't gonna be too hard because when you at that grocery store and at CVS and you at Walmart or you at Kroger or you at Publix or you at, you know what I'm saying, one of these stores and you see people struggling and then you got a little bread to do your thing with. You see these people putting stuff back off the conveyor belt, put it back into, you know, and they say, oh, take 3 items off, take 4 items off. No, after they finish doing their little thing, sir, do not let that young lady walk out the store without paying for that stuff. Did you hear me? I said, don't let that young man leave out the store without paying for it. You got $20 to pay for that stuff that she just put to the side. Make sure you pay for it. Don't let her walk out and put that stuff in her buggy for a reason. All I'm here to tell you is to find somebody to give something to. Say, tell them I said to make the environment by which they come into an altruistic environment, an altruistic atmosphere. You don't know what the word altruistic is? Altruist. You Google it for yourself. Altruist. Become an altruist. Make the environment by which you live an altruistic environment, sir. Be a giver. Create the environment. Create the atmosphere of giving. Find somebody less fortunate because no matter how much money you got, sir, it's still somebody with more money than you. And no matter how much money you got, man, it's still somebody with less money than you. Your spectrum by which you stand on is still it's somebody beneath you and somebody above you. That's just the truth of the matter. And am I right about it? I'll ask you a question. Am I right about it? You know, it's like a preacher. Am I right about it? That's like a preacher. Am I right about it? Yeah, but at the same time, you feel me? I'm just here to let you know that you don't have to find somebody to give something to. You see them in need, meet the need of the individual by which you're sitting there watching them get their stuff up. It might be far off, but I'm telling you right now, the blessing that will come upon you by you being obedient to this word, by you being obedient to this assignment, by you being obedient to this finding somebody to give something to. You say, I heard this young man say this about a week ago, and it happened to me. I seen a young lady that needed $2. Here I said, $2. I seen a young man that needed my $3, $4, $5. He said, thank you, sir, when you gave it to him. And said, here you go, man. Take care of that. Buy that right there. All he needed was $3 short. That man was $3 short, and you ain't helped. Make sure that you create an altruistic environment. Did you hear me, sir? Ma'am, did you hear me? Make sure you create the altruistic environment by which you step into and be a blessing. Be a blessing to be a blessing, sir. King, be a blessing to be a blessing, ma'am. Queen, stand in your queenship. Stand in your kingdom, your kingship mindset and get it done with nobody watching. That's when the blessings really come. When ain't nobody seeing you trying to showboat. You ain't gotta showboat that. Don't be showboating now. I ain't saying showboat. Do it on the low. Do it on the humble. Do it on the sincere value of your heart that you just want to see somebody win. But you want to see that person win. Like, okay, go ahead on and win, soldier. Here go $3. I know I had to whip my little phone out for the water boys the other day, and I had to whip my dollar bill out for the water boys. I went here and shot him $1 and didn't take the water. See that? You can still shoot them $1 and then still don't take the water. You just be a blessing to be a blessing. Shoot them that $1. Shoot them $3. You don't have to take what they got selling. You can just shoot them the money and keep it moving. Watch your blessings overtake you. I say, watch your blessings overtake you. The same day, I didn't tell y'all this yesterday. It just fell in my spirit. The very same day that I did that with that 4 $1 bills that I had in my cash, and the creative all things said, find 4 people to give $1 to, for 4 individuals. Right? That same day, I never told y'all on the live yesterday what happened. I just told y'all that it was poured out. This very same day, I was at a spot that a dude came by and needed a quick little freshen up. I freshened him up. He ended up telling me the reason why he was getting freshened up was because he was a speaker. He had to be fresh for the speaking engagement. I said, I'm a speaker too. They said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. And he was like, go. I pulled up my Facebook. He's like, oh. He's like, oh, you are. I'm like, yeah. He said, man, I'm going to go ahead and buy you a ticket. He said, I'm going to buy you a ticket to the next level Speakers Academy. L and ET, Eric Thomas will be there. All his little ET buddy is speaking the next level speaker, and he's hosting it over in 8 I ain't even tell y'all all. Guess what that dude did? Guess what he did? I call his first name Mike. Thank you, man. I don't know if I've ever said thank you, sir, on public. I know I haven't because I keep a lot of the business separate. I gotta put this man's name out there because he blessed me that day. He said, I'm gonna buy you a ticket for Saturday. That was Thursday. I had 2 days to prepare. That was the same day that the creator told me that there's 4 people with $4. And the blessing came back the same day that he bought me a $55 ticket to come to Hateville Saturday morning in order for me to be around other speakers that's in this next level speaking academy. Ooh, see what I'm talking about? You see how the obedience brought forth blessings? Just by you being obedient to the assignment that's been placed in your life, sir. Hey, man, just by you being obedient to the blessings that has been placed in your life will change because of the obedience. And that Saturday morning, I went head on it and put my thought-provoking hat on. I already had my little logo on my hat. They were like, oh, you came in like this? So it was other speakers that noticed my hat that had the thought-provoking specialist on it. So you see the connection of rubbing elbows with other people in your same niche. You see what happened when you rub elbows with people in your same speaking niche. Yeah, it put you and bring you before great and mighty men. That's the word said that. That your talent, that your gifts will make room for you. It'll make room. It'll make people push back out the thing, and the light be shine on you, and you don't even want the light. You be trying to drop like if you a person like me, you want to bob and weave from the stuff. Like I don't know. I don't want to be asked. I don't want to be asked or give a person to ask me down. I don't want to have to do. I want to be brought up and asked up and brought up. I ain't gonna ask myself up. This is so people say, no, this is your turn. Take a couple of laps. I'd have had people that told me to take laps. Or you need to take a couple more laps. Like, who are you, sir, to tell me to take a couple more laps? You don't know what's on my life and what's tangible to my blessing, what's tangible to me moving forward. I'd have had people do that for me in ministry. Told me to take a few laps at Newburgh Baptist Church. I don't want to put that. Deep might still be there. After all these many years, Deep might still be there. So I'll take a few laps. Call me a novice. I was a novice speaker. I was a novice speaker. You know what I'm saying? Or where's the knot? Like he wanted to say that, oh, you a novice, so you need to take a few more laps. And Baby Boy went in there, thank you for Anthony Biggs, that went in there and told Bishop about, you know what I'm saying, what the other young man was trying to do to me. And at the same time, he said Bishop overstepped his whole crowd and told him, no, he gonna turn out this year. He's turning out this session. You see how that happened? You see how stuff like that happen when you are walking according to your authentic value. You walking according to your organic understanding of who you are in the earth. He'll bring you and push you to the front, son. I say he'll push you to the front. You ain't gotta be asked up. You ain't gotta ask yourself, okay, can I come up here? No. Let them have a desire to want you up because they understand your value. They understand your worth. They understand your anointing. They understand your frequency. They understand your aura. They understand your energy. You got good energy. Energy good. And your face clean. Your face value is on point. You don't have to do too much. You ain't gotta do too much. You know what I said? You ain't gotta do too much. Like, oh yeah, you doing too much. Yeah, you doing too much to ask yourself up. Let somebody ask you up, sir. Let somebody else understand your value and your worth, and you move up because they ask you, not because you ask you. I gotta go find somebody to give something to. Did you hear me? A king, find somebody to give something to. Queens in the earth, find somebody to give something to. Find that person. They might you meeting their need might just help them win. You're what I say you meeting that need that they have might just help them win. Don't you want to be around other winners? Don't you want to be around winners and optimistic individuals? Don't you want to be around the winners in life? Well, help somebody win. I gotta go. Thank y'all for chiming in. Did you hear me? I say I gotta go and thank y'all for chiming in. Find somebody to give something. It ain't gonna hurt you a little. It ain't gonna hurt you in the least bit to find somebody to give something to. You find that person to give something to, you might just make their whole entire year. Like, oh man, this person found gave me a suit that he can't fit no more. He just found somebody that gave him a nice three-piece suit. Find somebody to give something to. I don't even know what it is that you're going to give, but the creative all things gonna touch your heart. You see that need, and you know you can meet that person at their need. He's gonna come back to your auditory ear. This message is what I'm gonna touch you in some shape, form, or fashion, and you're gonna find somebody to give something to. Remember, he said, find somebody to give something to. So you're gonna have to do it. I gotta go, y'all. TikTok, thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Facebook family and friends, I love y'all. Yeah, tip to YouTube, what they do. Yeah, it's a beautiful space to be. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I'm on assignment. I'm your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. You see this white lab jacket on? Don't get it twisted. I said, don't get it twisted, sir. I have the credentials to be your professor. Yes, I do. And when it comes time, I got to show it out. But anyway, take my word for right now. Did you hear me? I said, go ahead and take the word. Hey, now, y'all know take that word. You know, y'all get all country. Y'all know y'all got to sit in mind. Take that word with you. You know what I'm saying? Get all country with it. Take that word. What's the words? Anyway, I gotta go. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. Be prosperous. Be intentional. Do it effortlessly. Did you hear me? That was in my spirit. It tells them, do it effortlessly. Like, do it with ease. Give it to them with ease. Like, yeah, you can have this. Take mine. Have an altruistic mind. Be good in your gift. And give with a good vibration. Give with the or you need this. Take it. Have it. You can have it. This is yours. This is specifically designed for you. Then let the atmosphere create that altruistic atmosphere. You're I said, let the atmosphere create an altruistic atmosphere in your presence. You start seeing all type of stuff start happening. You become when you create that altruistic environment by which you came into, by which you found yourself in, and it's somebody in need, provide provide for the need by which they have. I gotta go. I am Kenny Davis. Peace and blessings.